today. Just for y'all. This is exclusive.
What's gonna be so exclusive? I don't know.
That's how we're starting today.
Yep.
That's how we're starting the
What's
show.
gonna be so exclusive about it?
Nothing, just the fact that I'm with y'all.
Oh! Wait, who's the superstar? Us or you? Or all of us?
Well, first off, it's Women's History Month, so clearly it's you guys, or you ladies, you gals.
Hey, I like that.
And then,
You're smart.
and then for me, I'm Super Kev, but I'm allowed to be a superstar in a solar system of other stars. I'm not a space racist.
Good. All the stars be shining at the same time.
That was a reference to one of your episodes, if y'all remember that.
I do,
and I'm
we
still
do.
in space. So
Yeah.
But
you can't be a certain sign. It's still a no.
I can't believe you did so many shows with us. So let's do a quick introduction because as you and Nettie Boo were just discussing, you two don't know each other. So let's get the introduction going. First of all, welcome to Pandagasms. I am the lovely host, Panda.
Woo-hoo.
Big Cat.
Hi, Boo. Hi, Boo.
Meow, meow.
We got Nettie Boo on the other side of the ones and twos. Nettie. Half a heart. And our lovely guest of the day, returning guest, Super Kev. Hey, Kev.
What's up?
Honey.
Welcome to the show again.
Long time. Welcome
glad
back.
to be back.
So, you and Nettie Boo haven't met yet, but Nettie Boo, Super Kev has definitely been on a few shows with us.
Mm-hmm.
He started to work out in the gym so that he wouldn't have man boobs for Big Cat.
Just had to add that part, right? How's that going, by the way, boss?
How's your workout?
Listen, still in progress.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Rome wasn't built.
Wow,
I'm
today.
all messed up.
Your tongue tied. I wonder what was going on with the tongue. Don't be worried about all that.
But anyway, so Super Kev is a returning guest. We have touched before on the 7 streams of income in the past. That was on the show that you did with Imara, where she gave us information about taxes and the life insurance and all that fun stuff. You, me, and Barbara did a show about religion. That was a quick, fun one. I think you or Barbara, one of y'all was in your car. Maybe both of y'all was in your cars. Who knows? But that was a good show. And then
He's done a few.
Yeah, there's a few that you've done with
Super Kev
us.
has been here.
Good job, Super Kev, for the support. He's the one that gave me the idea to don't give up on my idea of getting a school, just start off small. So instead of one of the bigger schools, just start off small with like 20 kids. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So thanks for that, Super Kev. So
No
today,
problem.
Welcome. Nice to meet you officially.
do you have any questions for Super Kev, Nettie?
Nope, I want to see what kind of gems he got because he was saying he got some exclusive stuff that he was about to give to us, to drop to us. So I'm trying to see what the superstar advice information he got that he about to give to us. So.
Get ready. Have your notepad ready. He's a whiz.
I got your back.
He's a
You're
math
in good
genius.
hands tonight.
All right.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Always.
Talk about the 7 streams of income. Go ahead, Super Kev. The floor is yours.
Okay, so first off, welcome to everybody across the world. And before we begin, since we're recording this in March, happy Women's History Month for all the ladies out there. So we had to make sure we started with the love. Now, before I get into it, I wanted to just speak about why the 7 streams of income is important. And that is for anybody who wants any type of a lifestyle, it doesn't matter how cheap or how expensive. You got to understand a little bit of how money works, and then you fit in where you belong. And after you fit in where you belong, you might stop at one form of income, you might stop at 6, but Hopefully, by the end of this episode, you'll understand how they are all connected to each other. All right, ladies, are we ready to begin?
We waiting on you, Big Daddy. You got
Yeah.
off the phone.
Okay.
Wait, hold
So-
on. Do I need to get like a notepad and a pen?
Yes, you can.
I just
Okay.
said that.
You should.
If you want to be studious, then historically you will retain more information if you write it. Now, if you want to be entertained, you might just want to pay attention.
And then go back and take
So it's
a
up to you. And don't forget, we're gonna post this so that you can watch it later. So you can be entertained now and take your notes later and then really learn it. It's up to you. Come on now.
That's why
Now,
I'm at my office desk anyway.
so watch this. We're gonna
Alright.
begin.
You heard the
We're gonna
click, right?
begin.
I heard the clicky clicky.
Yeah.
You know what? Boom. Just because everybody got it, I got one too. What's up? I'm left-handed though. I was trying to be cool,
No,
but no,
you're not
I'm
gonna
left.
get it. Big Cat
But
said
anyway,
no. She meant to
let's
no.
have
She
some
said
fun though for
she
real.
all right here.
Income one. Income one is earned. I lied. Before we begin, this is not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Okay, now that we got the disclaimers out the way.
Right, because
In-
they're gonna be like, who told you that you can't do, and we like, wait.
Exactly, entertainment purposes only. But if you want to know my credentials, I'm a, what is it? Two-time full scholarship winner, graduate, Northeast University with a diploma in mathematics. So I know a little bit. So anyways, that's the credentials that don't matter. Income one is earned income.
Easy.
It's that simple. Exchange your time for money. Go find a job. That's it. I mean,
It's so simple. Go find a job.
that's it. Now, I don't care if you make $5. I don't care if you make 5 million. I don't care if you pick up nickels off the street. It doesn't matter. I need you to find money, and as long as you know when your next money is coming in, then we can consider that an earned income. All right. And one thing you'll notice is I'm not going to get into specific jobs. Like, I'm not here to say become a doctor or become an athlete. I'm not here for that. I'm here to say, hey, get a job. I don't care what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that is so basic that we are actually ready to move on.
Okay.
What do you
Everybody
do?
agree with getting a job?
What do you do?
Yep.
Me, I mean, I haven't worked in like 4 months. I get fired all the time, so I don't really like jobs anymore.
Wait.
Now I see why you say for
on.
entertainment purposes.
Hold on. What do you mean you get fired from jobs all the time? What are you doing to get fired? We're going to put a pause on topic number 2. I mean, income number 2. Why are you getting fired from jobs?
I mean, if you think of my theoretical income number ones, I get fired because people are upset at how talented I am and how I literally only do my job description. So an example is when I was a teacher, everybody wanted me to be a principal. I'm like, for what? I'm the best math teacher. So then what happens is when people want you to move up and you don't, they kind of push you out. And then if you push me out, I'll just walk right out the front door. I'm out of here. And so that's a general way of how I live my life. So people who don't understand what I talk about are upset because they think I'm not doing enough. When in reality, when you get through this conversation we're gonna have, you can see even by like the things I have with me, I'm doing something right.
What do you do? What do you have with you?
No, these things behind me. Oh wait, I keep going the wrong way. These, you don't see my Super Mario. Look, this is Super Mario Uno. This is my little Mario section, my Mario Monopoly. You know what I mean? They're worth a little bit of a change. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to those when we fast forward to income 6.
Let's
Okay.
get
Which
to
is not
number.
an income,
Don't
but we're
fast
gonna
forward.
get
Don't
there.
fast forward. I like order,
So-
so let's get to 2. What's
But
2?
no,
Yeah.
we actually have to speak in order because as we transition into income 2, you cannot have an income 2 until you have a job.
Okay.
That's.
So you need
But
both.
we
And
all
then-
got that. We good.
Hold on, though. I want to make this clear. All of your bills must be paid from your
Yeah.
main job.
Yep.
So if you need 2 jobs to pay your bills, then you have 1 job at 2 different locations.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So income 1, which is earned income, you are going to work, and you should be able to pay all of your bills from that job. Right? Now, income two. Income two is profit income, also known as business income. So the way I separate the two is, if you work for somebody else, call it profit. If you work for yourself, call it business. Either way, your bills should already be paid. And now whatever money you make in the second job, you can do whatever you want or have to do with it. So since I think you're going to ask me, let me just throw it out there. So one of my second jobs is I'm a bartender, right?
Yep.
So I like to drink. And I said, if I do anything on this earth, I got to get paid for it. I'm not just going to be doing stuff and being broke. So if I like to drink, I got to get paid to drink. And I said, oh, I'll be a bartender. And so my second job is I'm a bartender, and I use that to pay my child support, right? So my first job, well, back when I had a first job, paid my bills, and then my second job takes care of my child, right?
What
Your second job.
Nettie Boo has a question.
Oh, I didn't see the hand. Yes?
I have a few questions. One, so you wouldn't consider child support a bill, right?
Well, okay. Let me clarify that, right? Back when I was in a relationship and believed in relationships, I used to believe that when a woman gets to a certain stage of pregnancy, she got to sit down. So I said, I'm going to pick up a second job so that she didn't have to work. So that job was already in the works of replacing her working. So that's why I consider it income too. But for most regular people, that's clearly an income one, right? Take care of your responsibilities. But me, because it was meant to replace her working, that's like me being a macho man, like, hey, you sit down, I take care of the bills. That's why I consider it one of my income twos. I have more, but that's one of them. Yep.
I have another question. You said when you work, you only do your job description.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure drinking is not part of bartending.
No.
He
Okay.
does have to taste the drinks with the straw to make sure they're made correctly.
Yes, let's clarify that one.
That's what real bartenders does. And so he probably gets a little tipsy off of his little, let me taste it.
No.
It's good.
You gotta taste every drink to make sure.
Nettie, to answer your question, when I work, I am professional. So even if I taste the drink that I make, I'm not getting drunk because I still have to have conversations, do certain math measurements, and them boxes get heavy. You don't want to be drunk at the end of the night trying to pick up boxes of beer. It's just not a wise thing to do. So me personally, I don't do that. And then I don't put other Black workers in a position to be in trouble, right? So if I do something because of where I'm from, it gets magnified. So no, I don't do that. I don't act unprofessional at work. I was trying to make a point that anything I do in life, I get paid for it, even if it's 1 penny. Right? That was just one example that I turned into one of my profit incomes.
I have a question.
I'm here.
What's your rate?
What is my what?
Your bartending rate.
Bartending rate?
Yes.
Oh, how much I charge?
Yeah.
I mean, we could discuss that off the air. You feel me?
But what if someone's watching and they want your services? But okay.
If somebody would like my services, I'll make sure I drop my contact information in the description below, and y'all can reach out. And all I can say is, I try to be a very fair guy. I'll put it like that.
Nope, taken. Fair guy.
Are we ready for number 3?
Not quite.
Was your main income, your main source of income. It should be able to cover all your bills. Number 2 is kind of like a side hustle that you got going on, which is like your little extra money, change. So you shop a little, you pay a little, you do what you need to do.
Exactly. And that's exactly where I was going to pick up at. So now, think of all of our, either some people call them vices, some people call them bad habits, some people call them luxuries, whatever y'all call them, disposable income, right? Like if you like to go on trips, if you like to travel, if you like to roll up, if you like fast cars, I'm just trying to think of things that people just like to do. If you like to go out to eat all the time, this should be coming from your, if you like to decorate and not get paid for it, then this should be coming from your second job. So when you start seeing me buying some crazy, I keep going the wrong way. You see me buying Mario toys out of nowhere. That's because one of my side hustles got me the money that allowed me to do it. That's why I'm allowed to have all these dumb things, because one of my bills was already paid. Y'all know my child support's already paid, and then I got another second hustle, right? I'm a math tutor. I got all types of second hustles, right? And then I'm able to use that money, whether it's cash, Zelle, Venmo, whatever. And again, I do my own taxes. That's another episode for another day. But you feel me? We use that money to do crazy dumb things. So if you want to have a bad habit, I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm here to say, hey, how are you funding it? And if you say my bills are paid, my home is taken care of, and I got side hustle, and I take the side hustle money and I leave the country with my passport, I'm gonna just say, yo, big salute, I'm with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
so
before we go on, are there any issues with incomes 1 and 2?
nope.
Because both incomes 1 and 2 require you to exchange your time for money. That is called active income. All right. You have to show up to make this money. Once we get to income 3, we change into the passive section. All right. So some of y'all talk about passive income and y'all really want, how do y'all say it? Making money while you sleep. It begins with income 3. All right. But you can't talk about income 3 until we're firm on 1 and 2. And order will matter the entire duration of this discussion.
Okay.
I see head nods. That means that's a head nod or a shake. Wait, shake.
That's
nod.
a head nod. So go to number
Head
3.
nods mean move on. Let's get it. Y'all ready for income 3? Yo, let me get a 3 in the comment section if y'all ready for 3.
Let's see if we got a 3 in the comment section, because we got people in here.
I can't even see who's here, but let me, man.
Hello, everyone.
I see you, baby. I like that. Hold on. Let me give you the Okay.
I got a 3.
So the 3's here. Income 3 is interest income. This is where you loan your money out, and when it comes back to you, hopefully it's more than what you loaned out. For example, you have $100 bill, you loan it out, and when it comes back, you got $101. Okay? So, off the rip, make sure anytime you make a capital gain in the United States of America, you pay your taxes. So, again, I'm not a CPA. I ain't none of that. I'm just world-class mathematician.
Just
So
go
this
get
is
Super
entertainment.
Kev, all right? Tell him Super Kev said.
Exactly. It's your boy Super Kev. It ain't Super CPA. So make sure you check in with your local accountants and tax professionals. But if you make a capital gain, you got to pay tax. So what's the first way you can make interest income? Well, let's review real quick. Income 1, you make sure you pay your bills. And income 2, you've already kind of did the things that make life worth living, right? So now we're preparing for our future. So income 3, you can loan your money to your friends. Now tell the truth. I said loan money to your friends. A lot of y'all cringed inside. You was like, I don't know about that one. Or you might have did it and it didn't work out. Notice it's income 3. So when I loan money out, I hope to get it back. I don't expect it back. So to everybody who owes me thousands of dollars out there, we probably in 5 figures that people owe me to this day. I don't think I'm getting it back. I hope I get it back, but I don't think I'm going to get it back.
I'm still be mad. I want my money back. However, with it being the third form, it's like it's not a pressed issue. You know what I mean?
That's why I
like,
can still roll up with people that owe me thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know I'm generating income elsewhere, it doesn't hurt as much. Right? But if you know your bills are not paid, and if you know you're not going on vacation for your mental health, then you should not be loaning out your money. All right. Panda, you have a question?
What I'm hearing is that if I need money, come to you. That's
From
what
me?
I heard.
No.
If you want to
well,
pay interest. If you want to pay interest.
You got other money.
Yeah, exactly. You borrow money from me.
Good.
Listen, you borrow money from me, it comes with interest. You might not want to do that. You better off calling like somebody who's not as educated.
I'm just
teasing. I know, right?
The whole interest
but
will be on.
You rock out with Super Kev. By the end of the night, you'll have enough info to generate not only your own money, but generational wealth for your children, and that's what this is really about, right? So that's why I'm able to not have a job and not press. I just go into one of my old accounts and be like, all right, I'll just pay a bill from here, right? Because I've been doing this for many years, and I've been trying to share this information. So hopefully, at least you three ladies and all the people around the world who's watching can at least be one step closer to the life they want to live, right? So income 3, you can loan it to your friends. Most people aren't going to do that. But the next place a lot of people do it is a savings account. Now, if you really think about it, a savings account
is this 4?
No, this is still income 3.
This 3, okay.
This is still interest. You can loan it to your friend. Okay, we ain't gonna do that. You can loan it to the bank. So when people put money in a savings account, generating what? Anywhere from 0.0001% interest up to what the banks are giving now since this new digital boom, they're giving up to 5% interest. Okay, you can put money in a savings account, get your little 5%, and keep it pushing. Now, there's some keys to using a savings account effectively. Again, this is not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Now, a couple things you can do. 1, put 10% of your main check in your savings account. So I save 10% of my money when I used to work, and then I think I'm gonna run out this month, so I might go and find a job. I don't know. It depends how I feel. But put 10% of your check in your main savings. All right. If you don't know how to do 10%, get your calculator. Ask Google. Go to TikTok and type in how do you do 10%. Y'all don't need my math diploma for that one. Okay. For those of you who respect my gangster, just move the decimal place. You know what I'm saying? One place to the left or whatever. You be all right. So you can put money in a savings account and not just put money in there. I'm about to give you, everyone in the world, the amount that they need. Everyone needs 12 months worth of bills in their savings account. So if your bills are $5,000 a month,
It used to be 6
It
months.
sure was used to
Now
be 6
it's
months.
12.
He said double
well,
up.
hold on. 12 is the final stage. So first off is saving 10%. You might just get a check for $100 and then you just put $10 in your savings account and you have done what you can for income 3. But if your bills are $5,000 a month, 5 times 12 is 60. So $60,000 is your goal. You can start with $10, but you know the final outcome will be $60,000. Right? If your bills are $5 a month, 5 times 12 is $60. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how much. Just multiply your bills by 12. And if you upgrade your lifestyle, so if you go from an apartment to a condo, or you go from a condo to a home, multiply it by 12, and you know your goal. Okie doke. Now, why do we say 12 months? Because after you have 12 months worth of savings, it's not in your best mathematical interest to keep putting money in a savings account that's generating up to 5%. That's just once you have 12 months worth of savings, it's now time to enter higher level risks, right? Which we'll get to in a moment. And then another thing is CDs, right? Y'all know about certificates of deposit? Those are special forms of savings accounts. Those are the more advanced form of savings accounts. Now, if you ask Super Kev does not recommend you get a CD until you have 12 months worth of savings. Because if not, when you have an emergency, where do you go? You tap into the CD and then they tax you for it. And we don't like getting taxed. So don't do CDs, allegedly, until you have 12 months worth of savings.
Now pause. When you say 12 months worth of savings, are you telling people to have 12 months worth of rent? Or are you talking about 12 months of rent plus all bills?
All responsibilities. And the logic behind it is if you step outside and a car runs over your foot, God forbid, knock on all the wood, but that is unfortunately a possibility, and you are out, foot surgery, 12 months, how are you going to live?
Right. At least your bills, you got money to pay your bills.
At least your bills are paid as you rehab, figure it out. Maybe you have to do a new career. Maybe in that 12 months, you can read a new book and start a new career. Like I do. Every time I'm out for a month, I come back with a new skill. Like, I don't just sit around and do nothing. I got books. My bathroom look like a library. Thinking while I'm thinking. You feel me? So
Thinking while I'm thinking. Wow.
you feel me? So, but does the 12 months make sense though? There's a logic behind it. So if you have a car, which I don't really recommend, but if you have a car note plus car insurance plus a rent plus you got rental insurance plus you got school loan plus you got credit card loans, I'm talking about add them all up and then multiply that by 12. That's your income number 3 goal. If not, you will always be either having to work overtime, bills will be behind, credit cards are going to run up, your account's going to be negative. Either they're going to find a way to tax you if you're not being responsible with these accounts. Yes?
Oh, we got a hand up.
So
I see you, Nettie. What's up?
what would your suggestion be for number 3? Just the savings portion, the 12 month of savings for a couple.
Well, okay. First off, I have been single for a long time. I've never been married. So that's my disclaimer to all the married people who don't take advice from single people. Now that we got the disclaimer out the way, you feel me, Panda? You feel this? Because some people be like, "Oh, you ain't married."
Because people
Whatever.
be so quick. Like,
whatever.
No,
That's
go
them.
ahead. Let's stay focused.
The proper answer is, in a relationship, whether it's marriage or whatever, I believe everybody should have their own account and they should have a joint account. All right. So that means the relationship has 3 accounts and they all have different responsibilities, and multiply each of them by 12. There you go.
Okay. So I guess I shouldn't have said couple and should have said for someone that shares bills, right? So when you're thinking about your household, even if you have like roommates, right, you share bills. So would you suggest this, like a person as an individual to like just focus on their portion of their bills?
Okay, I understand that question. What I would recommend is first start off with your portion times 12. And then I'm going to ask the follow-up question. Do you plan on staying? Like, let's say you have a roommate. Let's say you have 3 roommates. Do you plan on staying with 3 roommates long term? Because if so, you can stop right there. But if you know your ultimate goal is to end up in your own space or something bigger, then obviously you should be saving for your future lifestyle.
Okay.
So we got you could loan it to your friends. You could have a savings account, or you could have a CD, and then one more is a money market. I wouldn't recommend a money market until you got money, got 12 months of savings in your savings account. When it comes to CDs, which we should probably do on another episode, you start with 1, and then the bank gives you up to 50, which I don't know why, but there's approximately 50 weeks in a year. And if you disregard the last 2 because no one does anything for Christmas and New Year's, there's 50 weeks in a year to be productive. That's probably why they give you 50 CDs. So after 12 months worth of savings, you can go for 50 CDs, which is basically like a paycheck every week, right? So those are your ways of interest income. And I got one more for you. It's my favorite. Y'all want to know why I'm able to like just never work and just be a bum half the time? Credit. I look at credit cards like I put them in an interest income. Credit cards to me are part of income 3. You're either leveraging that credit and you're getting up, or they're taxing you through the interest and they're coming up on you. And the whole point of financial literacy is for, not for anybody to come up on me. And that's why we're sharing it with y'all. Credit cards, especially if you don't understand the rates and how they work, APRs, all of that. Yo, woo, the amount of money people are losing on credit cards is absurd. Woo, that's all I got to say.
The minimum every month,
And if your income 1, 2, and 3 is not under control, sometimes all you can pay is the minimum, if that. Right? That's why it's important to understand all of these forms of income so that we are not
have a credit card yet. We need to make sure 1 and 2 is good, and you need to not even. You see where you said credit card, it was like number 4, 5 on number 3. So
Exactly. And then, as you understand how this works, you then can manipulate the credit card, such as what I do. I swipe everything credit. Everything credit and give me my receipt because I do my own taxes, right? So, but then I use a Discover card, which gives me cash back. So, but at the end of the year, when it's time for me to buy any type of Christmas gift, I'm not using my own cash. I'm using whatever cash back the bank give me. It'd be like $500 for the year, and then we going Christmas shopping with $500, and whoever get what. That's it. Because I'm not using my own cash to go backwards, right? That's not gonna help. And if I buy something for myself, it has to accumulate in value, as you're gonna hear throughout the duration of this discussion. All right. So y'all cool on income 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So recap, right? Because every time we move on, we got to go back. You got a job, your bills are paid. You got a side hustle, you get to live for now. You have a savings account / good credit, you're preparing for your future. It is now time to get risky. Income 4 is dividend income. All right. Dividend income. And the simplest way to think about it is the stock market. And now in the stock market, you get paid for holding certain shares for certain companies. So, excuse me, an example I like to speak on is Microsoft, Apple, and Cisco, right? I'm a gamer, so I have no shame in saying, yo, I invest in Microsoft because of Xbox. I don't even play Xbox, but I know someone does, right? I have so many Apple phones. Look at my iPhone 7. Shout out my iPhone 7. So, I got to invest in Apple. And then Cisco is the internet company, right? You can't use these devices without an internet. Now, again, I'm not telling you to invest in them, but if you look at my son's portfolio, maybe you'll see these allegedly. Now, if you invest in these 3 companies, you get a dividend on January, then February, then March, and then they repeat. Oh, I like that. That means we're getting paid all year long, baby. Let's go, right? But watch this. Haven't you ever heard that the stock market is volatile? Okay, not if you know what you're doing. So after you bills are paid, after you go on vacation, after you save to make sure your broken leg can heal in the future, now it is time. Knock on wood, though. Knock on wood, though. Please, nobody break their leg. But shout out to the surgeons who do put us together. Anyways, I digress. So when you have extra money, which specifically I would take 10% of your income 2. So remember, 10% of income 1 went to your income 3. So I would take 10% of income 2 and put it in income 4. You probably make less in your side hustle than you do at your main job. So we're definitely investing way less than we have in our savings account. That way, if it works, cool. If it doesn't work, cool.
Not the end of the world.
It's never the end of the world, especially when Super Kev is involved. Because I understand RRR, and these are the 2 things y'all need to know. There's risk-reward ratio, and actually, yeah, just start there. That's all. Boom. Once you risk-reward ratio, RRR. Once you learn that, then you will be ready to at least entertain any type of stock investment. Until then, don't waste your time. If someone calls you and says, yo, this stock is booming, you should buy it, definitely do not buy it. That means you're late. Like by the time people is like, yo, you're late, it's going to be going pew, pew, pew. Chill out. Fall back. All right? Don't say I didn't warn you. But imagine you got 10% of your side hustle. Whatever. Like I'll give you straight up numbers. I think last year I made $2,000 tutoring math. Okay? I took $200 and I was in the stock market on Cash App. Holla at your boy. So to some people, they're like, yo, 200, that ain't gonna change. No, what are you gonna do with 200? Notice, it's the discipline. It's the I made 2,000, 10%, non-negotiable. Then I invested it. Now, the investments are negotiable, but the 200 was not. And of course, I left with a little change, so I owe the government, you know what I'm saying, allegedly, you know what I mean? So that's how you play the game. And then, before we move on, I want to make something very clear. Income 2 is your business, potentially. Maybe you have a business account. Income 3, interest income. Maybe you have a savings account. Income 4, dividends. Maybe you have a stock account. All of these can be used as collateral with the bank to leverage another loan to double your net worth immediately. So it is very important that not only that you keep these things, you don't take the money out. So let's say you have $50,000 in a stock account. If you cash out, you now have to pay taxes, allegedly. If you leave it there, you can call the bank and say, yo, I have an account worth approximately $50,000. Let me borrow $50,000 on a very low interest rate and holler at your boy. And overnight, you have went from $50,000 to $100,000. And if you know what you're doing at 50, all you did was upscale it to 100. It should be very easy to pay that loan back and reap the benefits. And if you're really on your game, in about 6 months, you'll be up. So now you see why every 6 months, I'm in another, allegedly. So incomes 1, 2, 3, and 4, they all go together. And income 1 comes with a W-2 for most of us, right? When you go to work at the end of the year, they give you a W-2. Don't you notice that when it's time to get a credit card, a car loan, or any of those, they use that as leverage to see if you're eligible? I'm saying have that and a bank account and a business and a stock account. Now, I dare somebody to reject you.
Fair statement. Nettie, you over there. I told you you're going to drop gems. Look at you.
Oh, Nettie's loving it. I told you I got exclusive just for you. This is just for y'all. All right. Now we are here.
I got them.
We are here. We are on income number 5.
Real quick, pause. We have a comment from Michael. He said personal loans are the next move in finance.
Personal loans are what?
The next move in finance.
Are the next move? I mean, shoot, I've been man, I stay personal loaned up. I just be like, bank, I need 50,000. I need 100.
Just have that shit in the bank. You can walk in there like that.
And then hold on. I'm even worse. I call the bank. I don't even put up my assets. They don't even know what I got. I just call them and be like, my credit long. Let me get 50. And then they be like, all right, boom, and I got 50 by tomorrow. And then I take 50. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I be spending like 10% of it. Like I take 5,000 and shoot. If you catch me in another country, whatever.
Yeah,
but then I take. You feel me? But I always take 65. I take 65% of everything I touch and I invest it back. So that's how we do it. Out of 50,000, I'm taking 32.5 and I'm gonna invest that. That's gonna become 50 again, and I'm back at it. And then I get to pay some bills with the 12,000, 12.5, and then I'm wasting 5,000. And shoot, man, if I roll up, if I buy expensive bottle of tequila one time, I'll be all right.
So are you saying that when we do personal loans, always get more so that you can reinvest some of that back so that it's not just...
I cannot say that because personal loans, especially unsecured. So the difference between secured and unsecured is, again, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Secured means you put up an asset. So if you have a $20,000 car and then you call the bank and say, let me borrow $20,000, and if I don't pay you back, you can take my car. That is a secured loan. If I call the bank and say, you know my history, I had good credit for 17 years. Y'all need to just give me $50,000 in trust. I'm gonna pay you back. That's unsecured. That will come with, hold on, get out of here, update. Nah, my fault. That will come with a higher interest, but there's no risk involved on your end. There's risk involved for the bank. So I actually am building up my assets. I never took out a secured loan. All my loans be unsecured. I just be like, good credit, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And then my credit is long too. So if I really need something, I'll just swipe. Like, you know what I mean? All my credit is long. Like all of them is 5 figures and up. So I highly recommend you get good credit. And then, I've been playing the personal loan game for a long time. Every time I get a good paying job, first thing I do is get I work for how long? I might work for like 2 or 3 months. And then once my bank statements keep saying that I get a lot of money, new loan, baby, go on. And then they be like, can you prove you're making money? I be like, I got 3 months worth of bank statements. Holla at one of my banks. And then boom, we in there. So I'm just sharing the gems that I really use in real life, which is why I'm able to be like unemployed and on EBT, you know what I mean? State minimum, child support, allegedly. And my assets is high, very high, very high. I'm probably a millionaire, allegedly.
It's the allegedly for me.
No, it's all the little subtle things that I'm paying attention to, and it's like, I don't know. Like, it sounds good, but then you say you on EBT. That sounds like a scam.
Yeah. So think
I'm
about
so
it. No, it's not a scam. Now let me make something very clear before we get to income number 5.
Scammers.
It is the government's.
He said allegedly the whole time. He said purposes.
And then it's the allegedly. Like, are you a lawyer, sir?
Because it ain't me. I don't know.
I mean, look, watch this.
Watch
Watch this. There is absolutely zero scamming involved with me on EBT, and here is why. It is the government's responsibility to feed and house all people. Now, if you choose to go get a job and feed and house yourself, that's on you. Ain't nobody put a gun to your head and said you must work, and nobody put a gun to your head and said you must be a bum. So what I'm saying is, it's the government's job to make sure I'm fed. So if I go and get a job, they raise my child support, and then they don't give me EBT. So if I stay unemployed, I get the state minimum, and y'all feed me, and I got these assets allowing me to get credit. That's why I'm able to hang under the radar. Is I swipe credit cards. Now, if y'all find out I'm swiping, let's say I'm gonna put a number on it. Let's say I swipe 100,000 in credit every year. Guess what? EBT ain't got nothing on me because EBT and the bank got their own problems going on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. There ain't no rule that says if you're on EBT, you cannot swipe good credit. The issue is most people on EBT don't have good credit. I'm saying everybody should have good credit and pick the route you want to take. I don't want to go to work. So if I don't want to go to work, government come feed me. And then you already know, allegedly, I might bring it back to the hood. Everybody eat.
That's right, Super
Everybody eat. If I eat, everybody eat.
Nettie,
What's up, Nettie?
what's up?
I seen your hand up. What's up? I'm gonna shut down. I was never a scammer. I was never a scammer.
Ask.
What's up?
So how are you paying back the credit?
Okay.
See? You see?
That's a good question. So first off, I don't swipe too much. Okay, so my credit is already under control. So that's the first thing that you need to know. Just because my credit is long does not mean I swipe it. Right? So my credit is always able to be paid by one of my random accounts. And remember, I have a bunch of side hustles. So one of my credit card bills, I ain't gonna lie, one of my credit card bills is like $56 out of like 15,000. I'll just tutor a kid for like an hour. Hey, boom, that's a minimum payment, and then I don't have to work for a month.
Okay.
And then if you Zelle me, you're gonna Zelle me $45? You're gonna Zelle me $60? The government ain't gonna come be like, you must pay taxes. I didn't make enough for them to bother me. I don't make money. That's why I don't like to work, because if you work, you get taxed. If you do nothing, they can do nothing. What's anything times zero? Zero.
And you're gonna feed me. That's right.
Oh, you gotta feed me, and then you gotta give me Section 8. And well, I don't have Section 8 because this is a condo. You know what I'm saying? But if I need a Section 8, give me Section 8. Stop playing. It's your job to give me a place to stay, and it's your job to feed me. Yeah.
I don't know if I
And
should
that, hold on. And as we transition into income 5, there's a reason why income 5, which is rental income, there are severe incentives in a good way for being a homeowner. Why? Because it's the government's responsibility to be the homeowner. If you want to step up and be the middleman, sure, they just pay you take a little 20% off your taxes because you did their job. You have to understand what's going on here. Now, I don't want to do their job. I want them to do their job. So I'm not a scammer. Like I said, I got 2 full scholarships to Northeastern University. You know what I'm saying? My credit is long, and you can't have long credit if your bills ain't paid. You feel me?
Wait,
I'm doing something right.
What's
and my car outside my car's paid for. Say that again?
What's income number 5? Rental property?
Rental property. Rental income. Yep. So what are things you can rent out? You can rent out your tools, right? If you fix cars, you can rent out your tools so that somebody else can fix their car, right? If you have extra cars, you can rent out cars. Isn't Toro based on renting out cars?
Yep.
Right?
For the hours that you want, days that you want, whatever you want. Yeah.
Can y'all still see me? All right, it gave me a circle, but we back. So you can rent out. But the most important one is what? What do people rent out?
A unit.
Houses.
They rent out their unit, either a room, a floor, or the whole house. Airbnb. My Airbnb stock got me lit because y'all like real estate. So income 5 is rental income. But I want to remind us about incomes 1 through 4. Real quick, Nettie Boone, I'm going to get right back to you.
Okay.
Your W-2 from your first job, your 1099 from your second job, your 1099 INT from your savings account, and your 1099 INT from your stocks are all used as collateral when it is time to get a mortgage for your house. So you should not ever consider buying a home in the United States of America. Again, entertainment purposes only. You should not consider buying a home in America until you have checked off incomes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because let me tell you why, Nettie, I'm gonna get to you after this. If your water heater fails in your house, $1,500, $2,000 job, where's the money coming from? Oh, you're gonna swipe a credit card? Down. You have to go to work overtime and lose time from your family? You're down. You have to go into your CD, your certificate of deposit? You're heated. You're down. Or you had to sell a stock. Your Airbnb or whatever stock was booming. You had to sell it. Now you got to pay tax on that, and then you got to pay to fix the house. You're better off having all of them and then calling the bank saying, "Yo, I need what do y'all call it? Shoot, it's a refinance mortgage thingy majiggy. I forgot the proper term, but someone let me know in the comment section. But it's a refinance. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. It's not financial advice. But you get to refinance your crib for renovation purposes. You would then put up the value of your accounts to get that loan. So then you still have the accounts, and then you fix you fix your crib, and then the value of your home goes up, and then you're just playing this game with them, man. And it's just like so easy. There's a reason why they don't teach it in school. If they did, we would have all been rich. Nettie Boo, what was your question? I hope you remember it.
I do, because it's actually for Michael. What you said you can rent out the space of a car?
No. You can rent out the whole car. No,
he commented you can rent out the space. Like I can rent out my back seat. I don't understand.
Right.
Well, I mean, what I meant. Listen.
No, you didn't say it. Michael said it. You didn't say it.
No, I'm about to clarify. No, I'm gonna clarify. Oh. If you own it, you can rent anything out that you own if you have a clientele, right? But what I was trying to say was you can rent out the whole car, or you can rent out like a room in your house, or you can even rent out a closet and call it a storage unit. You can get creative now, right? As long as you own it.
Think about all the people who rent out parking spots down in certain areas where.
Hold on. Think about this.
You can buy a parking spot. Definitely. If you go on Redfin, I'm pretty sure you'll see parking spots for sale. You can buy a parking spot, especially in the city, but that's not what the comment says. The comment says you can rent out the space. Okay, no, you can rent a car space. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I think they meant parking space. And think about this: if you've ever been to Fenway Park, right, and drove out there, which you should never do. But if you ever drove to Fenway for a baseball game, you'll notice that they had the older gas stations that used to rent out parking spots.
They still do,
because they own the lot, and then when there's a home baseball game, they'll be like, "Yo, $20 coming over here." You get like 7 cars a night, $140 cash. Boom, hold that.
Yeah,
because you already own the spot.
Time on getting people in and out with this gas. Let me just fill up my lot for the rate that is needed, and then I'm in there and I'm winning.
That's income 5. That's a rental income, right? We think of rentals as houses, but it could be anything. You can rent out a boat if you own one, right? You can rent out a jet if you can afford it.
If I wanted to, I could rent out my kitty cat. If not, Nikki. If my cat, stop it. I couldn't say my black cat because my cat is black. But no, if she was stop it. If she was more loving and more cuddly, I could rent her out as an emotional support cat if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
And let someone cuddle the kitty for a couple of hours and then give me my cat back.
Mm-hmm. Love
Because
the way you're
people pay
thinking.
for hugs. People pay for spooning.
Yeah.
So they would pay to hug and cuddle up on a kitty cat.
That's a thing.
Yeah. And one last creative one is, I engineer music. So if you fix music or build any type of an art studio, you can rent out your equipment, right? Paintbrushes, speakers, monitors, microphones. You can rent these things out. All right. So income 5 is rental. But if you are thinking about getting a house, definitely consider incomes 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you could have that paperwork during tax season. That's why I pay my taxes. That's another thing. Like, I pay my taxes so that when I need opportunities, I have these documents that say, okay, he got a W-2 or a 1099, or he has a savings account with 3 months worth of $10,000 coming in minimum. You know what I'm saying? Whether I have a job or not, the money come in. It might come back out, but the money come in, right? You want that paperwork so when it's time to get a house, you're eligible.
Gotcha. All right, let's
Y'all
recap
cool.
1 through 5 since Nettie wanted to disappear for a quick moment.
I'm sorry, my phone was dying, so I had to go get the charger because I need to hear the rest of these.
We happy
So
that you back.
Can I recap?
Yeah, let's hear 1 through 5.
All right, so 1, earn income, pay your bills. 2, profit income, pay your bad habits. 3, interest income, 10% of 1. 4, dividend
Hold on,
income,
but why?
10%
Hold on.
2.
Hold on, you missed the why. Income 3. Why?
Oh, I didn't know. Why what?
For the future.
Oh, yeah, for the
This is
future. It's interest income. The income you make in your sleep. And you fund it with 10% of income number 1.
No, I'm saying that actual account is for the future. So if you break your leg, that's what it's for.
Oh, yeah, and you don't want to be dipping into that account because depending on the type of account it is, you're going to be taxed on it.
There you go. Where we at? What's for?
Then we on 4, dividend income. That gets funded through income number 2. And then we use all 4 of those incomes to do income number 5, which is rental income. And in order to rent something, you gotta own it. And in order for you to own things, you either pay for it with cash or you get the money from the people that got the money, and you utilize 1 through 4 as your collateral for the money that you need to purchase to get the income for number 5.
Now, what you kind of jumped ahead into income 6 just a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
And hearing you repeat what I said is slightly my fault. Income 5 is a rental income, but it won't be paid off, right? Like, you could get a mortgage. You didn't pay the house off, but you can still rent out the house and make a profit off of it, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because income 6 is technically not an income. So this is the part of the show where if you want rash me in the comments, there you go. Income 6 is not an income. Income 6 is capital gains. All right? Capital gains. Now, capital gains, simply put, is the interest you make off of a sale. All right? You sell something, you made a profit, that profit is called your capital gains. So to keep it simple, you buy something for $20. You sell it for $25. How much interest did we make?
You made that $5.
5. That is the capital gain, and that is what we are responsible for paying taxes on. That 20, you probably already paid taxes on it, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But that 5, the new 5, you must pay taxes on that. So keep that in mind, right? But income 6 comes from the sale of one of the incomes 2 through 5. So if you have a business, you started a business, and then it becomes very profitable, you can sell it. You can just sell it, wash your hands from it, I'm done. Take that lump sum of money, pay your taxes, and you can put your feet up. Income 3, when you get interest from the bank, they send you that 1099 INT. You know that means, hey, we sent you some money, we put money in your account, you better pay some taxes on it, right? Income 4, when you cash out in the stock market, Uncle Sam's gonna be right there waiting for you like this. Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you sell a house, woo! As a matter of fact, buying a house, Uncle Sam be forcing it. Like, once you buy a house, he go into like all your old taxes and stuff. But when you sell them, when you start selling them and making massive profit, that's when the artists really come out like, yo, is this money legit? Yo, what's going on here? You just sold something for $750,000 What? 1.5 million? You? Yeah, we gotta check your paperwork, dog. That's why we make sure we dot our I's across our T's. Now, if you do that, what happens is this is why it is not an income. The word income is like coming in, but backwards, right? So incomes 1 through 5, they continue to come in. You know you're getting a check next week or in 2 weeks. You know when people call you for your side services, they're gonna pay you, whether it's cash, Zelle, Venmo, Leadly, however they do it. You know the savings account's gonna pay on the last Friday of the month or something like that. You know your dividends are gonna come based on when they say they're gonna come, but if you use the example I said, you're gonna get it once a month. And then you know your rentals from your tenants is coming on the first of the month. Wake up, right? So incomes 1 through 5. Yeah, we like first of the month now. Yeah, we like getting paid, baby. Shoot, somebody's getting paid. I should say allegedly. Let me just say it like that for you know what I mean. But if you notice, incomes 1 through 5 kind of happen sporadically throughout the month. The beginning, the end, the middle, every other Friday. Like we getting paid throughout the month. Once you sell something, it is gone. You don't get the money twice, right? So if you sell a pair of sneakers, it's gone. You don't get to be like, oh well, next month I need another 150. Like they don't work like that. The sneakers are gone. That's why it's called capital gains, and there's no income attached at the end of it. So anytime you sell something, it's gone. Now, what are the best things to sell? I'm gonna give you the 2 best things, and I'm gonna discuss a couple more. 2 best things in my opinion: precious metals. Okay, so if you notice, I'm always wearing some silver, right? And then I only buy gold for my son, and if I ever get to grandpa status, platinum for my grandbaby, right? And then the whole point is to pass them down, right? I bought it mad cheap. It accumulated in value. Then I'm just handing it over to my son. Now he's just handed this value, right? If he chooses to sell it, son, make sure you pay your taxes allegedly. But if he chooses to sell it, cool. If not, he can use it as collateral with the bank when he could be like, yo, I got mad jewels all over the place and I need a loan. Right? Or he could sell them. But once he sells them, they are gone. Right? You can't just be like, well, my dad left me more jewels. No, once you sell all of them, there's no more. Right? Is that making sense so far?
Yeah.
So precious metals is my favorite. Number 2, houses, right? Real estate, property. If you can buy a house, and if you can afford a house, like paid outright, and then just sit on it, and then just wait 5, 10, 20 years, yeah, do that. If you can afford it. The problem is most of us cannot afford it, right? I can't just walk to a house and then just buy it. I would have to go through the credit route and bring out my documents. But if you got to the point following the 7 forms of income to where you have 500,000 in the bank, you got 1.5 million, and you can just close on this house tonight, buy it. Even if it's messed up, just buy it because the value will eventually go back up. Now, you shouldn't buy it until your bills are paid, until you still got your bad habits, until you got your leg insurance, and until you got collateral in your stock account. And hopefully you still got rental properties continuing to generate income. But then you get to a point where you can start making those long-term investments where you can buy a Mario Uno game, right? Mario Uno, right? Because it's Super Mario. Anything Super Mario appreciates in value because everyone loves to buy Mario products, right? So then I could buy that for $10, sit on it, and then in 5 years sell it for 20. Or I could say that costed 5, this costed 20, this costed 30. What's that? 55, and then be like, you could buy them together.
That's what I do with Five Below. I buy their like, I know Five Below for real.
I'm listening.
I buy their hoodies that are like Rugrats or you know any of the old school. Yep, I buy it for $5.55 because it'd be Five Below. Yep, the $5.55, and then I'll bring it to the consignment store and they'll be like, oh, we're gonna sell it for $20, and I'll be like, okay. Yep. I usually just buy 2, keep myself and someone.
That is an example of classic capital gains. That's it right there. But just remember, once you sell the hoodie, it's gone, right? You don't have the hoodie anymore. But
I always keep. I usually
pay your taxes though, allegedly.
I was just about to say it. Pay your taxes. So you do that allegedly.
Allegedly, I mean,
You do that.
We can have another episode. Listen, we could do another episode on tax deductions because I'm the first one to lower my taxes too. I told you I do my own taxes. I barely pay them, and I still got my stimmy checks. I still got child tax credits. What is that? 2020? I'm still sitting on those, by the way. So yeah, we do what we want.
Love you, Super Kev. All right, wait.
What's
Does
number
any of the
7?
audience have something to say before we get to the final number 7?
Yep.
No,
So
not really, not much.
Okay, everybody's with us though.
Yeah, it looks like
everybody's good because we at
everybody's
the end
still
here.
If you're still here
We
with
at
us,
the end
put a
here.
7 in the comments. Put a 7 in the comments if you're here.
Drop a 7 in the comments if you're ready to finish this up.
Yes, because it's getting that time.
Oh, come on. I've been tired. See, I love her. I like her. All right, so, she knows what I'm saying. So,
right,
income 7. Income 7. And again, it goes in order, right? So, please do not consider 7 until you have at least considered 1 through 6. And income 7 is royalty income. Getting paid for your intellectual properties, aka IPs. So if you ever hear cartoon people keep saying IP, that is intellectual property. Some examples of intellectual properties. 2 of my favorite examples, right? We got the White Lives Matter and we got the Black Lives Matter. Okay? These are chargers. You see this is the rope or the wire, right? These are chargers. But if you notice, who's this? Captain America, Avenger, and then this is Miles Morales. So these are Marvel intellectual properties, right? I do not own the rights to these, so please, don't be bothering me and talking about copyright infringement. I don't own them, but they're an example of intellectual properties. So when I bought the chargers from Best Buy had to give them a fraction of the money to Marvel because Marvel owns the IP of those characters. So when you think of royalty income, think of getting paid in the future for something you have done in the past. So a lot of us make music. You ever hear artists talking about royalties? They're talking about getting paid in the future because when you make a song, the song is already made. Then it plays in, like, if you make a song today and it plays in 2030, that's 6 years from now, right? One day is going to be yesterday. But 6 years from now, at the time of this recording, right, somebody's going to get paid for a song they made today.
Like
right?
you. So
But,
when you do your YouTube
you know, I got a few albums dropping, but I wasn't
already
going to
out
promote
there.
that here.
YouTube videos
You know?
already out there. But it could
Exactly.
be 2 years from now that somebody clicks on it and subscribes and it builds up the money.
Now
It's
you
still
understand. Exactly. So that's why I post a lot, knowing that in the future people are going to realize my greatness, right? Because I'm thinking of the future. And so when I make music, or your podcast is an example, right? So, make sure you got your paperwork in order, and make sure that Pandagasms is a freaking entity with the government, so that people can't plagiarize, and that if they do, you just bring the lawyers out and don't sleep. Kev's connected to the lawyers. Don't let my rants on Facebook fool you. I'll be rocking with the lawyers. We ain't playing, okay? So y'all already got something going on, right? A couple more examples: comic books, right? People who design video games, designing apps. These are all things that in the future people can take from you or borrow from you. And my favorite, writing a book. You write a book, people in the future gonna read it. You getting paid in the future. We love it. You feel me? So those are examples of things that you can do to get paid in the future. Now, how is that related to incomes 1 through 6? Well, guess what? If you are an artist today and your music might not pop off until 2030, how are we going to pay our bills for 6 years?
You need that 1 through 6.
How are we going to make sure that our brain has the mental clarity to create such future art? I need to go on vacation sometimes. Sometimes I just need to turn Facebook off. Sometimes I need to go eat some expensive food just to feel good, right? That comes from income too. So I need a or you know what I mean? Boom. What about your savings? You might need a savings before you can think about traveling for your art project. You feel me? You might want a stock account so you can borrow against it in case you run into hard times. You might want a rental property generating money every month so that you can fund this bad habit, well, not bad habit, but creative habit of making music, so to speak, right? And then capital gains are, again, you sell something. So hopefully you are smart enough to invest in things you know. Like I know jewelry, I know video games. So I invest in those things and then I flip them. And then, you know what I'm saying? And it works for me. You would work like Cap said, she knows about the 90s hoodies. She knows. Yo, even I would buy a 90s hoodie for $20. I'm telling you, I would. So boom. That's because she knows her market. Right, and then income 6, which is not an income.
Allegedly,
right? You're selling your stuff. Oh yeah, everything's allegedly on the show. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Everything's allegedly on this side. Okay, but we do all of those things so that in the 6 years it takes for the world to realize Super Kev is great. Super Kev's bills are still paid. Super Kev got investments. Super Kev is worth a lot. Super Kev might be a millionaire. Super Kev's still a good dad. Super Kev's bills are paid. Super Kev's credit's still long. Super Kev's car is paid. Oh, let me mention the car. I meant to talk about this income 6. Cars is one of the worst investments. Never buy a car brand new with no money down, even though I did it. Never do it. Because the value of the car is going down, the value of the loan goes up. And that's, you getting penalized twice. We ain't doing that. So we don't buy brand new cars unless it's cash or if it's a business car. Right, so if you're buying a car to do Uber, right, whatever, you might want to be in the new one, not the broken one. But you know that Uber money is gonna pay that, so that's a business, right? But if you're buying a personal whip, you want to show off, you want to stunt, cash only, all right?
Yeah.
Cash only, or side hustle money. Because again, we don't judge your side hustle. So if you're gonna tutor math, charge 4 times minimum wage like I do, and use that to buy your gas, I mean, go ahead. 1 hour tutoring fills me up for the week. I mean, that math works. But if your math ain't mathing like that, fall back. All right. So those was all 7 forms of income. I hope you see how they were all related. And then last, we'll take the final questions, and I'll get out of here because before I put everyone to sleep. Panda, what you got?
I'm not putting anyone to sleep. Actually, people are just commenting. So Michael said art and music are huge and easily identifiable IPs. Eddie said good info, and then Michael also said, or use that personal loan of credit, then you can avoid those ridiculous interest rates.
Well, hold on. All loans come with interest rates, and again, this is not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. But the rate of inflation since about 1971, when they reinstated the gold, was you could buy gold in an American household, has been about 4%. So you want to always think of 4% as the magic number, right? It's not good, it's not bad, it's just there. So if you get a 30-year mortgage, which that sounds like a prison sentence, but if you get a 30-year mortgage, what's a good rate? Don't they be like 4, 3, even 2%? Right?
Okay.
Next up, think of secured loan. You could probably get a nice little secured loan at about 6% if you're connected to the right banks and stuff. Let's go to a federal college loan. Don't those be about 8%? 8 is double 4. So now you're starting to see loans is getting crazy. A good Honda rate was, what was they trying to give me? 7%, which is still more than 4. The bad Honda rate is about 12%, 3 times 4. My good credit card is 15.99. Can we just call it 16? That's 4 times the rate of inflation. One of my regular credit cards, 24%, 6 times the rate of inflation. There's a store credit card, 32%. 8 freaking U.S. governments, yo. Just look at these numbers and they're communicating with you, okay? And then I got the worst one. You buy a car off a loan, $50,000. You put nothing down. You finish paying the loan. You ended up paying $90,000. That's 80%. Yo, somebody help me out. 80 divided by 4. My goodness. I don't even have 20 fingers, man. 20 inflations? Listen, everybody's homework assignment is to look at all of your loan interest rates.
No, you're not giving us homework.
But I don't care if you do it or not, because
He's
I
a
ain't important.
mathematician. What do you expect? He's a math teacher.
Your homework, come on, you can't get Super Kev and think that you ain't gonna leave with no homework.
No, that's the
Your
right way
homework.
Homework. I agree. Go ahead, Kev. What's the homework?
Everybody's homework is to figure out how all of your interest rates are relative to the inflation rate since 1971. Well, all I'm asking you to do is compare your interest rates to the number 4. That's it.
And see how many times over you get screwed.
And if you don't like the number, get out the deal.
Yep. That's
so if you say, if your credit card is 32% and you're like, I don't like it, pay that credit card off, get out of there. Now, if you like it, leave it. I don't care. But if you don't like it, change it. And if you don't change it, that means you like it.
Super Kev, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You gave us so much good information. Like, look at Nettie that filled out her paper. She didn't even know. She didn't even know.
Now, Nettie Boo, I told you in the beginning of the show, I said, yo, I got an exclusive for you. Did I live up to the expectation?
You gave me a lot of information. What's like shocking and a little interesting for me is 1 through 4. I already have. I got insight on.
Hold on. Let's make noise for a black woman doing her thing.
Right.
But it wasn't like, oh, in this order, I'm going to obtain these things. I just have them. I don't remember what order I have them, but I have them. I got insight on 5. I got an understanding on 6 and 7. So this was really good conversation. Really good, and it was entertaining. You know, there was no advice given.
Allegedly.
It was very entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Entertainment purposes only.
This was
entertainment purposes only. I'm not a certified public accountant. I'm just a world-class mathematician.
You told the truth. You definitely cleaned it up. You made it nice and palatable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't go too far off the rails. I salute you, Super Kev.
Big salute to y'all. You know, I told you I was working on my energy. I even worked on my speech, man. I hope I didn't let out a couple swears. We can even play this for the children.
Good. You
feel me?
We could even play this to the children.
You see, I'm working on myself. You know, I'm trying.
Good job.
But I really thank you, and I appreciate you guys having me. Big salute to everybody in the comment section, and we got to do this again. You know what? I don't know when, but we're going to do this again because part 2, we got to talk about lowering our taxes. We got to get out of trouble. Y'all got to know how I be living like this. You feel me?
Yeah,
you know what?
For real. This is the first
plug your social media and your YouTube, because you talked about having a YouTube.
Definitely. Listen, I'm in all the social medias. For the most part, it's Protagonist52. I will be dropping the link in the comment section below. And all of my social medias have a link in bio where you can just click it and find all my other ones. All right. So if you find me on Instagram, you find me on Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, Clubhouse, wherever you find me, there'll be a link in bio and you'll be able to find all the other ones. Subscribe to all of my pages. Definitely support what we got going over here at Pandagasms. Make sure you definitely subscribe to their page. Run up the numbers. I want to see everybody eligible for income number 7 in the near future. Now let's make that a reality.
Yeah.
You definitely will. Super Kev, is there anything else before we let you go? You want to let the people know?
I'm just happy. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon and reading the comments.
All righty. Thanks again for being a returning guest. Nettie Boo, you got anything you want to say to anybody out there?
No, this was a super dope conversation. I really, really liked it. Thank you guys as always for tuning in to us. Try to give you a little bit of everything, mix it up a little bit. And yeah, happy earnings.
We trying to have them pocket gasms. You know what I'm saying? We are about all the gasms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gasming.
Yeah, we gotta. You know what? We might have to do that one for the children. You know what I mean? That could be the little kids episodes. You feel me? The pocket gasms.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna have to do that. Hey, patent that idea so nobody can steal it from you. You feel me?
Ain't that a royalty? Ain't that royalty income?
You beat me to it. You know what? I did my job today. Big salute to y'all.
Good night,
I'm kicking myself off. I feel good.
Good night. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace out.
Pandagasms.